On the floor of Ferro Foods Limited, a specialty food store in Mount Wellington, Auckland, is someone making a name for herself in the world of good cuisine. Mikkel Haynes, who is of Chinese and Kiwi heritage, is the manager of the one-stop fresh food concept store, and she's much sought after by customers.
Is there anything that I can give you a hand with? You just peruse.
Despite not being formally trained, she attributes her success to her practical approach to food.
I've a very, very much hands-on approach to how I do things, and that's allowed me to learn a lot of different things within a very broad industry. I'm still a very, very hands-on person. Even with training my staff now, I like to work very closely with them to do that.
It all began for Mikkel when she left school to take up jobs in the hospitality industry.
Yeah, I've always had a very, very keen interest in food, and quickly sort of fell into doing sort of very odd little jobs revolving around food. I was just working in kitchens, cafe work, and yeah, just eventually ended up cooking. And then on to varying other sort of roles of just managing stores and so on. It's the finish. I've been very fortunate that I've just met some great people along the way.
Not actually a good price to it.
As a result of a hands-on approach to food, Mikkel has authored this new cookbook, Scent of the Monsoon Winds, occupying a proud place in this small cookbook section of the store.
It's a book that looks at cooking throughout the world with the use of spices. It's really a book that embraces the different cultural aspects of cooking and how spices have really moved throughout the world. Everybody that was involved in it, we all wanted it to be a very, very lush, very beautiful book. We wanted it to be very evocative, very sort of whimsical and quite romantic. I think it does emphasise that sort of that feel of the intrigue and the mystery of spices. I think we've done that. I hope we've done that. The recipes a lot of them are very, very traditional takes on very classic dishes. They certainly have my approach or my feel or my signature, I guess is the right word.
Someone who has had a big impact on her style of cooking is her Chinese grandfather.
My fondest memory is being in our house in Beach Haven on the North Shore and listening to him with two cleavers mincing fish in this amazing, really rhythmic fashion. Whenever he came to stay, it was always something to look forward to, that I'd be able to stand there and watch him cook. Something I learnt from my grandfather was very much that you can't always get certain ingredients at certain times. So for me, a lot of the book was about learning about traditional elements, but then taking new elements and adding those in. And I think that's what then also gives it my sort of signature feel to those recipes in the book.
Here we are in Mikkel's kitchen at her home in Kingsland, and she's going to prepare a dish from her cookbook. So what are you going to do for us?
We're going to do a take on a lovely traditional Chinese dish today. It's called drunken chicken. It's a lovely sort of mixture, especially for this time of year, very summery and fresh.
So does it make you drunk after you eat it?
No, unfortunately not. It's, that all gets cooked off, but it's, yeah, it's a lovely flavour to it.
Into the water go sugar, salt, ginger, mandarin peels, star anise, cassia or cinnamon sticks, Sichuan peppercorns, and Chinese wine vinegar. This mixture is then boiled and simmered for 25 minutes. It smells really aromatic.
It does, isn't it? It's wonderful. So our next step is very, very straightforward. We're just going to let that come down till it's completely cold. And then we're going to add our skinless and boneless chicken to that, let it marinate overnight.
After the chicken is marinated, it is steamed and shredded.
Right, our next step is we have our salad vegetables that we've left soaking in the vinaigrette that we've made. And we're just basically going to take those out of that wet liquid and combine the whole salad together. Okay, and now we're ready for our final ingredient, so our toasted sesame seeds. So we're just going to sprinkle those in.
All right, here we are with Mikkel's drunken chicken salad. So what's it best eaten with?
Great as just on its own, nice light summery meal, or part of an Asian feast, another good dish.
If you want a copy of this recipe, you can check out this website or buy the book.